why I want to come into why under circumstances like this, you have your dream, you have your fire in you that you want to set up a good practice, and yet a lot of time you bring up this idea, people would not accept, people would reject your idea. So what is the problem behind it? I think that the problem behind it is called sampling error, or sampling error, because you are talking to the wrong person. Sometimes it is sad to say most of the practitioners in the market, they have been faced with this negativity for so many years that they wouldn't accept somebody who want to do better. Also, to them is I always fail, I always do this and I always fail. For it is a wrong way to do. Also, therefore they won't pursue they won't pursue. So this is called sampling error, because you ask the wrong person. Now, if you ask the correct person, the correct person will give you idea or encouragement, or give you certain constructive suggestion. But most of the time we are asking the wrong person. So there is also other thing which is non-sampling error, whereby you are getting a result, but then the answer or the result that is given to you is kind of a error answer, or the kind of a wrong answer. So this one we just ignore. Most of the time is the first one. Is the first one that a lot of time, this is the one, sampling error, we ask the wrong person, because that person never is interested in your idea. That person is also not keen to share his, he is not constructive. He just want to put you down, or he just want to make a point that he is saying no, so that you think that he is kind of superior. Some people will just say no because by rejecting you, he is more superior. So this is the problem that we have when we share idea and try to work something out, which is not acceptable by others. So as you can see, there are different types of error. So we talk about sampling error and also non-sampling error. Because sampling error is most of the time this is a problem. And a lot of time, behavioral effect also. I would say maybe behavioral effect of the person give you a non-sampling error, because he just behave like that. So at the end, you have all these things. So many things distracting you, and you cannot do much about it. So now we come back to the main part of our recording today. I want to emphasize the execution issue. I want to put it into three different areas, three different layers. First is the strategic focus. This is supposed to do to answer the question of why. Start with why. I want to use Simon Sinek's start with why, meaning to say we want to do this collaboration. We must understand the strategic purpose, why we are doing this. So if we have this strategic purpose established and accepted, then we stick to this. And in fact, anytime when there is question, like we ask the wrong person, and the wrong person give us a kind of bad comment, then we can rebut. We can rebut using this strategic focus, why we do this. So the main part is a foundation, a good foundation. When people ask, why are you doing this? This is a stupid idea, or this is whatever, they will have a comment, bad comment, because they are either wrong sampling, or they are the one that want to push you down. So this type of question, when it comes to us, we must go back to this strategic focus, why we are doing it. So if this why we are doing it is strong in our hands, or in our mind, then we will be able to withstand the rejection, and also withstand the future kind of rejection for us. Second is the business part, which is the what. So I emphasize the part that is sustainability. So we need to do this collaboration, which has got sustainability purpose. That means we are coming together, right? Say we are coming together. This coming together must work on something. That something must be sustainable one. If that something is not sustainable, then there is no point to come to this collaboration, because every time we do something, then next day it has to be changed again. There is no continuity lah. So for example, if let's say you want to do business together on say a case of a price, the price is not sustainable because the market will keep on adjusting on the price every day. So if that market keep on adjusting price every day, we all keep on doing the same price adjustment issue. It will never end because the price will always be a variable factor. Also, we want to have a sustainability business venture that when we do it today, it will be the same tomorrow. So if you do it over a period of 4 or 5 years, then this maybe become a built-in content, a built-in advantage that we can carry on to the future. So it will benefit our togetherness, it will benefit our business in the future. Also, it cannot be just on a very dynamic thing, which would not be carried on in the future. For us, my thinking is if we can do a good setup for our business in terms of bringing sub-sell along the ART or LRT station. It means ART station or LRT station, if they are good sub-sell, then we want to register all these sub-sell potential listings. All these sub-sell listings, then we bring to our customer to tell them that these are good potential investment sub-sell. So is this sustainable or not? If this is not sustainable, then it's no point of us putting effort and time doing it, because in the next few years, this business may not sustain. But if there is a potential that this particular house, which is next to a LRT station, eventually have a high market demand, and then this high market demand part may give us a future business if we were to invest time and effort in doing a system of how to map this sub-sell. So if this sub-sell can be mapped along a LRT line or a MRT line or a ART line, then this business model will be sustainable for the next 5, even 10 years. Then it is a good collaboration. So next, I will bring in this type of listing from Sarawak. You will bring in your type of listing from KL. You will bring in your type of listing from Penang. You will bring in your type of listing from JB. So all of us are coming together to do this. Then you become a better system for every one of us to tap into selling this particular sub-sale. So this can mean a big business for everybody. Therefore, it is sustainable over a longer period of time. And there is this driver behind it that people want to come on board to use this system for the future gain. And therefore, it is able to continue relevant, continue being a relevant business model. Also, this is the second type of layer that we are talking today. The third one is the how, the structure, how we're going to do it. So in a way, how means who are the people? Who are the people means somebody who is good in doing certain things. We want to attract the person to do it. There is a ownership or empowerment given to the person so that the person can keep on doing it. Then the other thing is the system. So they need to be a structure or a system. So every one of us from different part of Malaysia, we can produce result over this system. So this part I can say is quite straightforward. That is using a internet system or using a website system where we have a good website system to capture all this information. Of course, this website will also bring in business for us. Also, if there are potential investor buyer for that particular business model, then they will be contacted through this website on the local, on the ground person in that area. Because it's your contribution, you put the listing there, right? You put the listing there. If there is a potential buyer for that particular house next to a LRT station in KL or in Penang or in JB, then the potential client, potential buyer, potential seller would call you because it's your listing. Not your listing you put into that system. So this is the way how we try and do it so that at the end we have a overall system in Malaysia linking up different township. Because you all are getting your own small agency setting up in your township anywhere. We are going to have Johor, we are going to have Penang, we are going to have KK. So if we have all this setting up, then we all use the same system and putting up the listing in the system, then it will be easier for us to sell to outside as well as to sell local property to the outside people as selling foreign or outside property to our local potential buyer. So these are the 3 layers of execution that is required. So overall, this is the why I want to emphasize. Like we said just now, when we are rejected, when we are asked this, are you all stupid doing all this? Then we need to stand firm on the part that we are doing this for the betterment of our profession, and we want to be respected as doing it correctly. Also, the strategic focus, I will put in a STP here. STP stands for segmentation, targeting, and positioning as in marketing. So our segmentation will be, we want to segment the market based on the knowledge base, requiring more skilled type of agency practice, which means that we are looking at maybe corporate expatriate high net worth persons or complicated investor who move into more in-depth, who want to know more knowledge or know more information about those who are buying into prima housing, or those who are buying into whatever cheaper range of the product. Maybe they do not need, they only need a good price, that's it. So those are given to the traditional agencies where they will cut each other's throat. They will go down on a scale of fee and go down even to trying to give all kinds of promises, empty promises. So those segment of business we were not interested. We are not interested. Of course, if they were to come, we will still do, but we are mainly focusing on the high skill type of business. Then we target who? We target the negotiator, we target the senior negotiator, the PEA and the REA who are able to work on this higher quality or higher standard, who are competent, and for the higher involvement in the specialized market segment. So of course, you are selling foreign to foreigner, you need to be able to speak their language or to be able to gain trust by having specialized skill. Also, these are our target agents, the agents that we recruit. We want to recruit into our system, so to be able to stand on a high competency level. Then we are positioned ourselves as a professional competent agent for niche market. So that means we are not doing all the massive market where all kinds of agents are throwing their fee or ever throwing their money or empty promises. We are not. We are competent agent. We are doing specialized area. We are looking at what are we getting to deliver. What are the things that we can deliver which other agents are not able to deliver. So this will be either in the form of knowledge base or in the form of well studied. You understand your property, you understand your product so well that your buyer and the corporate tenant would want to deal with you because you are professional. So if they were cutting fees, we will say no, sorry, we are not going to entertain, because there's no point of fighting on the fee where there is no quality service. Our belief is that we want to establish a professional image to do our job professionally, and we earn a rightful professional fee. So these are the way that we should answer them. If they say, stupid you are doing all these things, a lot of people are not into this type of market. Everybody is now buying online. There is a lot of AI already. Agents are out of job. Yes, this is true. For you to understand it as in wrong sampling of this particular person do not want to be involved in estate agency. Therefore, he will say things so negative that towards his advantage is doing away with agent. But you and me will understand that agents are people who are trained to deliver the job, trained to be able to guide the investor, guide the purchaser, guide the tenant, And for a fee that they do, they have special knowledge and special needs required for them to handle this type of properties. So if this no need to use agent type of scenario, of course they will buy the massive affordable type of housing, or even direct buy from developer without going through an agent. So without doing anything of high value delivery, there is no need to pay fee. That is a scenario that we are seeing in the market now. Next is business sustainability. So we went through that earlier on just now by giving some example of LRT, MRT. So I would say I would look at this as an example which we have done for estateagentexam.com. So this sustainability thing is like when you do a setup, let's say estateagentexam.com. Also, it was a internet e-learning setup. So the purpose is to do this exam in a remote place without support, and you are doing it as a self-study. So this purpose of doing an exam as a self-study would require a resource, and then that resource is the one that estateagentexam.com trying to fulfill. Also, it has on itself over a period of time a content that has grown to above almost, I think, 2,000 question and answer already. At the time of taking the numbers, it was 1,600 plus. That was about 4-5 years ago. So what I have learned from this journey or this experience of setting up this system is that sustainability in the business sense is that if you do not achieve it overnight, you cannot achieve it overnight. You have to have a timing where slowly you can accumulate, so you can store and accumulate over a period of time, and it brings more content to your user, and the user would pay a fee for it. So of course it did not go through everyday update, but then continual update over a long period of time. We will know that this is becoming a more resource intense platform for the study of the diploma in estate agency. So of course in the business model also, we want to map, let's say we want to map the LRT or the MRT line, then it takes time to map. It doesn't overnight produce the result. So in this sense, a lot of competitors would not do, because a lot of rent out there would not do this because it doesn't result in immediate sale. However, if we continuously do this and we continuously sell the property that is along LRT and MRT, one day in a system of our collection, we will have a lot of answers for question asked like, did this area boom? Did this property actually got sold, and how much it was bought before and how much it was sold later? All that information we will be able to capture inside this system over a period of time, and therefore it become a resource-rich system that a lot of the negotiator and the renter would want to stay back in the firm or stay back in the system so that they can benefit, as it is a product knowledge, it is a geographical knowledge that they have to close deal. So this one is database again. So if you have a database that is able to continuously grow and become a benefit for your manpower to close deal, for your rent to close deal, then the rent would stay back and do your promotion. So this I have put down into 3 areas. So these are sustainable things that I think we can look at it and do a long-term thing, which is mapping our properties next to the LRT, ART line, mapping the listing with students' demand or young adult demand for room rental, because these are the property that will increase in value because the demand for it is high. Then we also look at mapping for medical care purposes. So like say a property that is next to a private hospital. Private hospital would be there for a long period of time, and there is a higher and higher demand, increasing demand for elderly care. And therefore, this elderly care, the richer population will pay for the medical needs, and therefore they may require a property to stay because they would not be able to travel so far. So they end up with people staying in hotel, end up with people staying in the ward, and then the ward may be expensive to stay per night. I think single ward charges is about 200 ringgit per night or per day. So therefore, there are a lot of some of the patients will go back to their own place, but then to go back to their own place may not be convenient if they are not from the same place, not like from Malaysia. So Indonesian patient, outside Malaysia patients may become a need for putting up accommodation around the hospital. So this is medical tourism. So I would emphasize on these three first. LRT line as in mapping, student and young working adult, and also the medical line. So this is an example of how this David and Kevin so David and Kevin did this on 2019 so I think they came out with the book. Now no need to come out with the book now we do it online. So we do it online with the continual mapping, and this may be useful for future purpose for all the sub-city like KL. You already have LRT. Penang is building new LRT. Sarawak is building ART, and I'm sure in other places also there will be this type of format. So we talk about what? We talk about the TOL TOL, Transit Oriented Development. Okay, now we say we want to do more on to education, sustainable education line. Education line is not a new thing. Education line in KL, especially Sunway area, has been the market for launching property for education purpose. So this would move to other places. So this will move to outside city. It's already coming into Sarawak. So I have done a room rental website called the staymyroom.com. Also staymyroom.com, I think would be focused on this part where rooms that are next to or nearby university will be used for student. So this is in line with the Sarawak free tertiary education for Sarawakian purpose next year 2026. And the other area is that we have MM2H, a lot of guardian visa well-to-do kids foreign company or foreign expatriate coming to Sarawak or coming to Malaysia. So we do see that this is education which is in line with our existing education business, which is the estateagentexam.com. So I don't think that this is new, and this is kind of business that I would say low input of asset. That means you put in minimum money in terms of knowledge. You have to put them in the correct order, but then you do not need to buy and keep stock because this is information. Also, all kinds of students who require information can come to us, and we can help them to merge their needs together with the need of accommodation, with the need to sell their own laptop if they have old laptop or the old car. So if they are selling their old car, they have come into stay here in Sarawak for 3 years, and then they want to go back to their own place, they want to sell their car. So we can have the Stay My Room website that can put the selling of their car. So this becomes a side business for Stay My Room. So these things that we are already doing. Anywhere we are already doing. It's just that we need to have people on the ground to do this so that it sustains over time. Medicare. The third one we talk about sustainable is medical tourism. So short stay, which is also staymyroom.com, and we'll do more on to maybe accommodation requirement where home care or elderly care may also rent out. They will rent area where there is ability to set up medical care. Of course, they requirement of leave, requirement of compliance to healthcare requirement. So anyway, mapping the specific index indicator, this one I've spoken about a lot in a contract to you, which is to do indexing, but I put down here just for the knowledge comparison index, not thinking that it would be easy to do. This one is higher spec to do lah. Maybe we can incorporate it later when there is need one day. That means to do a scoring, index scoring system for every listing that is targeted. That means if you have TOD, then how do you put a property that is near to a TOD should have a better index than the one that is not near to the TOD lah. So that means giving a good ranking system for those who are into investing into this property. Easier to sub-select for looking at the ranking and also the scoring. And we need to understand the need now to do more drone in the real estate, because you are doing ART or LRT system, then you need to take out this recording for aerial photo, aerial video, so that you emphasize on the location. Then you need to do new tag on the platform, website design, IT usage, and all the purposes of how to match the buyer, the investor, and the right property, the right listing. So all we do it in a sense on a system where eventually all our people would come on board, they come on our system, so that they know what we are offering them. Now, last is that I'm proposing how to do a promotion so that people can join us. We must give them the idea that this is a system that we are developing, and for what purpose we are developing it, and how do we call this as a so-called collaboration. So can we call it as a collaboration? And they say we want to call it as a collaboration, then we say what kind of collaboration? So the words we use will be up to discussion and up to you all to discuss. So those who are interested to come forward, you can always contact me, Thomas Sim, can contact our people and come to join us. So I'm thinking maybe the words that would be used, it would be alliance of agents. So MY Agents Alliance, or My Agent Alliance, or Agent MY Alliance, this type of name. Of course, it's up to discussion. At the end of the day, it is togetherness. We are in a group which is a study group. We went through the study for many years, and after having gotten our license, we are coming out and doing this new firm setup or new brand to promote. So this likely brand that we are looking at is characteristic of our way of looking forward, how to run the business. It may be in a system of your own agency having a XYZ name, and then you are say we are an alliance of a group. So this group, what is the name? Also the name can be the one that I already have is Agent MY Online Of course, you may have a proposal, you may have another better name. So welcome to suggest a better name for us. Or else I already have Agent MY .online, which is a system of grouping everybody together So that is a Sendam Berhad company that I have formed in running for operational, already in operation for my businesses, which is education and also the website building So all the website building, all the education business, I put it under Agent MY online company, whereby the real estate agency practice is a separate professional practice under the Sinjun Properties, which is under the board registered sole proprietorship. So this one, as you can see, Agent MY Online is a branding that I have for the various websites that I have developed, and the Sinjun Properties is a registered firm as a sole prop firm under our Kuching site is under Sinjun Property as a registered estate agency firm. Also the platforms they are all under Agent MY Online. Also this is a Sendam Berhad company, and if you are all okay with this, then you will be moving forward like this with putting in more people holding share inside this Agent MY online Sarawak Sdn Bhd lah. Of course, you may want to form a separate Sdn Bhd on your own, not a problem. I can join in that sense as a shareholder of that company as well. Also, we talk about platform. Well, just to say that, why platform? It is a place where everybody meets. So for this scenario in platform as a train station, is every train transit to that station. So it is a situation where it allows people to come and congregate and mix it together, or there is a togetherness. Various destination eventually, and various passenger type, also variety of cabins, and everyone can see. Nothing is hidden. However, all this platform thing, we want to specialize. Some platform, like you go to the airport, there will be counter for MAS, there will be counter for AirAsia, right? So different counter look at different destination, look at different passenger types also. Also, that is what we are looking at in Agent MY, or in the new name which you are supposed to propose. Also, there are two things. The platforms for us would be one, which is the producer, and another one which is the consumer. Also, our user and also producers are different. So the producers here are the rent. So the rent who are joining us, the kind of businesses who are joining us, whereby the actual users are the investor, the rent will be the tenant, the tenant, investor, buyer, the leaseholder, so the owner of the business or owner of the property. So there are two pillars. So this is because it is actually two-sided platform. It's not one-side platform. It's a two-sided platform. So in a way, estate agency work is actually providing platform, which is a two-sided web platform. Two-sided platform. So imagine if you are selling books, would you want to sell books in a single desk like on the left, or you want to sell book on a library with a big show room? Of course, you would prefer on the right. So everybody come to one platform, and you have higher potential to close deal. So how do we do it? The structure of how we do it. I'm thinking that we have met the other day on the 9th of October, which is Thursday, Thursday 9th of October 2025. We have Su En, myself, Raymond, Lu, and also Ernie. Also, I guess the more motivated ones would be Su En, myself, and Raymond. So maybe three of us will come together first and set up this system. So myself, I will do more website, and Raymond would be doing more of the photography, videography, this part, and he is also developing his database. He has got a good database system already, and Su En will more on to doing strategy, because she has long years of getting to know how different company works. So Su En has that advantage on how internally mega firms work, and also how different firms run. But anyway, these are open to discussion, and basically we are looking for a person who is good in handling finance, a person who is good in handling media promotion, and also someone who has been running around talking to the different team leaders and how the business development side. So normally, if this whole 6 positions are filled up, then we know how to move forward. So I would think that kind of 3% first, and later on we see how to look into how to expand. Myself, I would be thinking of more of an operational. So I'm thinking more like an operational person, with the website being a kind of platform for showcase, for us to showcase our listing. So if we can put the listing into one platform, then it's easier to show to people that what exactly are we doing, and later on it's kind of able to tell people what are we executing, and therefore people can join us. People who want to join us will require certain filtering system, and the filtering system we need to work out also. maybe initially we would not have so much of filtering, but eventually if we are getting bigger, then we have to be careful lah, huh? So that we are able to keep our area of focus not swing here and swing there lah, because our STP segmentation, targeting and positioning is on to more sub area or niche area and professionally doing it, not like massive recruitment and that means not about, we are not about massive recruitment and not about giving a better profit share or whatever. So these are things that we need to keep abreast. How we need to be aware, so that in the future, if any reason that people were to ask and say no, I'm not going to join you because your payout is so little, then please go another place. No need to join us. We are not hard up for people who are just in for money. Also, these are points that we have to be agreeable before we move on to do our big picture lah. Alright, I think summary 1 I want to go through. We want to know what is execution, and I went through some of the past presentations on 2024 January until 2024 June. We also talk about the estate agency practice, as in how usually a new firm move on. We also discuss about the pyramid of the estate agency practice, and we continue after that with the market norm and the issues, rejection issues, how people look at us when we are new, and how should we move on. And we go through also the purpose of why we want to have this. We start with why, Simon Sinek, and we focus on the 3 approaches, which are the first one, the part on the strategy. We want to establish a team of people who are sub area or niche area, or we are motivated by knowledge and professionalism. So that is why we are doing it. And then we want to do things that is sustainable, so that we can have longer term of planning. And third is how we do it lah. So the last part is knowledge competency, which I recap just now. We talk about our STP, the segmentation, targeting and positioning. We want to establish a team of people who are having the characteristic of knowledge competency. Not everybody can do type of job. Then we have the sustainable type of system or data, which will be using ART, LRT mapping or subsector area, and looking into education and healthcare related subsector lah. And then we want to do it with support of the website and the platforms, and also to have key parts of our people around, which is I mentioned just now, the 6th area lah. So we have the strategy, we have the sustainability model, and then we have the structure of the people. So strategy side will be Su An, myself will be on the website platform, and Raymond will be on the database, as well as the videography, VR, AR. And we are looking for the next 3, which is one who is in finance, who can handle the finances for us. The second we are looking at is the promotional part, how to promote. And then the third one will be the business development. Business development will be more into trying to gain various stakeholder partners. Business development may be talking about the developer, trying to get developer or sub area of the developer to work with us in the long term. Of course, the development person may be also looking at expansion of the business type, whereby we may want to get into foreign property, selling other country, or selling our property to other country, or selling other country property in Malaysia. Also, these are business development issues, and for us, these are the 3 person we are looking at. A person who is good in finance, a person who is good in marketing, or a person who is good in business development. Thank you very much. So these are the things that I have in mind. We try to do it under agent MY. Findway.info, My Real Property Online. My Real Property Online is the one that we will put our video into. So this is a place to showcase our activity. We have two more, which is Just Land and Stay My Room. These are for niche area. Just Land is all the land, whereby we have mapping done around the LRT. We will put in Just Land, and Stay My Room, as well as agent who are doing the exam, which is estateagentexam.com. Thank you.